Hey folks, it's Jason here, one of the pro traders over at TrueTrader.net. People know me as TheGoose over there at TrueTrader. Former market maker, been around the business since the early 90s, so I feel like I got a lot to give back. I'll be doing these once a week, trying to give you some of my ideas, perspectives on the market, and some ideas that I'm looking at. I'm going to try to keep these things to about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, so it's a pretty quick view for you. I hope you guys are finding a lot of value in it, and definitely come check us out over there at TrueTrader.net. So with that being said, I'm going to jump right into a disclaimer before I get started on a couple thoughts. So TrueTrader, nor its representatives, myself, registers as a securities broker dealer or investment advisor with the SEC or any state regulatory authorities, not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. Guys, this is 100% for entertainment purposes only. Do not follow me. Do have your own plans, own ideas. This is just to show you what I'm looking, how my brain is working, and how I'm finding stocks and what I'm looking for. Okay, so with that all being said, let's jump right in. And I have a list in front of me here of quite a few names, but I'm going to go through them relatively quickly. First thing what I want to start off is just talk about the market for a little bit, or for a second, I should say. The market, again, the Dow was up small, the NASDAQ was off a little bit. It was pretty much a flat day all around. I kind of get the feeling, I don't know if you guys remember last Wednesday. I think I had mentioned it actually on the last thing. Part of the swing portfolio was all red and the market still was up 100. I'm kind of getting that same feeling. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another little bit of a market pull. I'm not calling for a correction or anything like that. I'm just getting the feeling that we're a little bit extended from, these moving averages, these short term. I just think we need a little bit of a break, whether it's the SPY or the Qs. I'm actually hoping for that because with any type of move like that provides opportunity. Not sure it's going to happen with earnings season. We'll have to see what happens as things are starting to kick off with the bank stocks, as you've been seeing, but we'll see how it plays out. Another quick note I want to make before I jumped into my stocks is, listen, this is all about preparation. Just a couple quick pointers on this is I come up with all these lists and these names every single day to be prepared. I don't expect 10 out of 10 of these stocks to hit, especially last week when the market opened up down 400. A lot of these stocks, it's an if this, then that. So a lot of these situations, came out of play. But a few of them actually, because I was prepared, worked exactly to the T for me. So it's all about preparation. I'm not looking for all these things to work out, but I want to be prepared. I have them written down and know what to look for. So if I see these big washes or a stock going into a level, I'm ready for it. So with that being said, talking about preparation, I got to give a big shout out to Ricky. If you guys are not following his Sunday prep that he does, he's putting out an awesome report also. He nailed a couple. He nailed GDS, a short, pushed right into the 50 and the 20-day, called the short on it if it did that, gave 2 points. Another one he came out was XELA, which is even cooler because he does a lot of fundamental stuff, capital structure. And he called this one, said, look out for a big squeeze over a certain level, squeezed right over that level, gave 2 points. It's all about preparation. He was prepared. Both ideas nailed it. Great job, Ricky. Keep up the good work with that. And that's on Sunday. So you got a Sunday and you got a Wednesday prep for you guys. Just get some ideas and, throw some things, around to see if they fit your criteria, right? So with that being said, I'm going to take a look at OSTK right here, Overstock. So what I wrote down in Overstock is just below the 50-day. I wrote on 85.20, okay? And what I did is because the quarterly's right here, it's just below. You can see the support right here on Overstock. It matches right up with the quarterly. It's just below the 50-day, which I like, and it's a prior support level. So I'm going to keep an eye on Overstock tomorrow. See, I had a big red candle today. Let's see if it holds tomorrow after this big candle and holds this quarterly, this prior support in the 50-day area. So OSTK is definitely on my list. Next one on my list I'm going to go to is ANF. And this is one that, what I want to point out on this is how much it's respected the 50-day. I mean, you could see it all the way back from here, 50-day touch, 50-day. Came right above the 50-day, 50-day again, 50-day, 50-day, and here we are on the 50-day. How many times did I just say 50-day, guys? So I'm looking at, just so you know, the previous low on this, today's low is 42.20. I think that's probably too close. It's sitting right where it closed. So I did write down maybe 42 to join it right off the 50-day there, but ideally off 41, which is this previous quarter. If it flushes through it for a sec, like you see on here, on this candle right here, a couple of these candles, it's okay. It could reclaim that 50-day real quick and provide a nice opportunity. There's a couple dollar ATR on this thing. So I'll definitely keep an eye out on this one here with ANF. So let me just go on. Another one that came up on my list is OKE. So here we go, an OKE, another one very similar. If you look, how it's holding the 50-day, I wrote down 54.5 and 53.5. Okay, so 54.5, you got the 50-day here. You also, it's sitting pretty close. You got a quarterly pivot down there, and then I wrote down on 53.5, which was the, I think it was the monthly pivot down below, which is, yep, right down in this area here, 53.5, which is just above the monthly pivot there as well. And you could also see this previous support. So OKE, I'm going to keep an eye on to scroll through it and see how that one looks. This one has a little bit tighter range, but still might be an opportunity on a nice wash in the morning. So that's OKE. A little bit more expensive one, but still okay for me. And this is one I want to make sure, again, I'm real careful about is, you know, I was looking at this candle last time it kissed this 20-day and see what happened the next day. So you got this, a very similar candle here. It's kissing the 20-day, been a strong name. I wrote down 254. Now I think that might be too close, but I still want to have it down that if it just holds in the morning and the market's looking good, strong in the morning, I want to maybe be around and just join this thing right off the previous close. Maybe if it tests on a G2C type play, which is a gap to close type play, that's something I might look at. The next level I would want to watch is down at the 250 area, which is the whole number. Big numbers, 250, 200, 150, 100. Those are big numbers, which actually lines up with this previous support as well. So 254, and don't, again, sometimes I come up with these numbers, and go, wow, it's 255. Why are you coming up with 250? Listen, there's a $9 ATR in this thing. Of course it could get down that low. What the range on it today was $12. Okay. So yeah, I want to be prepared. So 250, I'll definitely look at it down there as well. So that's CRWD. All right. CrowdStrike. RVLV is one that's on my list. RVLV, I wrote down 66 and 65. Okay. And I actually kept a trend line in here for you. I drew a little trend line just to show you. So 66, you can see how that 65 level right in here, which is that monthly, lines right up with this, this upward trend. And then 66, you got an annual right there along with the previous low. So I want to keep an eye on this one as well. Looks pretty interesting. RVLV, see if it holds a trend, see if it touches it. I love when they line up with the monthly. So that's definitely going to keep catching my eye down there. So let's keep a look at that on RVLV, okay? Of course, I have to have SPCE on my list. How do you not when you look at this chart, right? So listen, I've been telling people in this room, don't catch a falling knife. It's now, it's getting to the points really coming in. I don't even think the 50-day really is a spot yet, but right here, I got to take a look at it off the whole number. You got the whole number there. You got a 200-day and a monthly pivot. So tomorrow, if it comes in real fast and touches these numbers, I'll probably end up trying it there. Now, I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, but it's definitely an interesting spot on Virgin Atlantic, SPCE. You know, it might hold the previous low and this 50-day here, but I'm going to wait for this $30 area. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. I wrote down on that 30.20, which is just above it. If you could see the monthly pivots at 30.24 and 30.16 is the 200-day. So that's where I came up with that. All right. CLF is another one on my list, 2080. You know, there's another one. It's a pretty tight name, $1.25. But listen, if it gets some sort of wash, let's say the market comes in, I want to be prepared. This is this is a prepared type name. But I noticed when the 50 days matching up with these quarterly pivots, I got to take a look at it there. You can see the quarterly as well as the 50-day. One wash into this might give a nice bounce, might get a nice, you know, buck 20 out of it. So I will keep an eye on this one. It's a little bit tighter name, but the CLF, I'll keep a watch and be prepared if it does test that 2080 area. Peloton, PTON. I wrote down 108 on Peloton. 108, you can see the 50-day, you got a monthly down there, $5 range, closed up at the 113 area. What does that equal? $5 from there. If it opens up, that's almost perfect range for a bounce. So I'm going to watch it off 108, 50-day in the monthly pivot. That's PTON. Bed Bath & Beyond. Again, you're seeing a little bit of preparation here. And my preparation is thinking that if we do open up down a little bit tomorrow, I want to be prepared to see some of these things come into key levels. BBBY, it's one that's been hitting my list quite a bit. Had a nice push, pulled back. I don't think the 50-day is going to hold it here, but I'm going to watch it off this 2540 area. I wrote down 2550, which is the 200-day and the monthly pivot. It might hold here, which is prior month, which is 27. I think it's a little bit too close. There is 250 range. Again, 250 from where it closed brings you right back down into this 2550 area. So that matches up real nice for me. Okay. And the last one on my list for tomorrow and Friday is going to be PINS, pins. And again, being prepared, PINS, 6780. I got the 200-day, the 50-day, and a monthly pivot here. So take a look at this. 200-day, 50-day monthly pivot right in this area. One more drop tomorrow will be really sweet into that area. I'll be keeping an eye on that, see if it makes a nice little bounce. So that's PINS off 67.80. So that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going to try to keep this pretty short. Listen, I hope these are helpful to you all. I try to go through them relatively quick. Leave your comments, folks, in the YouTube. I'll try to get to them. I did get to them last week. If you guys have any questions, and yes, if the market gaps down 400 points tomorrow or gaps up 500 points tomorrow, yes, some of these things are become invalid. There's nothing I could do about that. It's all about being prepared. Just remember that. Prepare yourselves every day going into work. And that's what I'm trying to do, and show you a little bit about what I'm looking for when I do prepare myself. Okay. I wish you guys a great rest of the week. Look forward to seeing you next week, and make sure you come check us out over at TrueTrader.net. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all.